Hi, I'm back in Scotland after 2 weeks. I remember you all, so I hope you all have a good summer holiday. I'm going to read about Antonio Gaudi's biography and I hope you're all listening. Very important. Alright, so Antonio Gaudi was the most famous architect of the 20th century and one of the most prodigious experts in his discipline, as well as one of the top exponents of modernism. His exceptional groundbreaking genius made him the inventor of a unique, personal and incomparable architectural style that we all recognise today. Antonio Gaudi was born on the 25th of June 1852 in Reus, in the Tarragona region of Catalonia. He came from a family of coppersmiths. This history allowed the young Gaudi to acquire a special skill for working with space and volume, as he helped his father and his grandfather in the family workshop. His talents for designing spaces and transforming materials grew and prospered until it eventually created a veritable genius for the three-dimensional creation. As a child, Gaudi was in poor health, so he spent a lot of time resting at the summer house in Riudoms. This is where he spent hours contemplating and storing in his mind secrets of nature, which he thought of as his teacher of the highest knowledge, and nature was the creator for him. Antonio Gaudi found the essence and the meaning of architecture by following patterns of nature and by always respecting its laws. He did not copy it, but rather traced its course through a process of cooperation, creating the most beautiful, sustainable and effective work possible through his architecture. In 1870, he moved to Barcelona. He studied at the School of Architecture and also had some part-time jobs to help pay for his studies. He was an inconsistent student, but he was already showing some evidence of brilliance that opened doors for him in such as collaborating with some of his professors. He completed his studies in 1878 and the university's director declared, "I do not know if I have awarded this degree to a madman or a genius. Only time will tell." Undeniably, the young architect's ideas were not a mere repetition of things that had already been done up to that time. They were something completely different. Having obtained his degree, Gaudi set himself up in offices in Calle del Cai, Barcelona. From there, he started his architectural legacy, a large part of which is classified as World Heritage. In 1878, Gaudi met Eusebi Güell. Eusebi Güell was one of the driving forces behind Spanish national industry and had a highly developed taste for the arts. Their relationship of shared interests built a friendship that gave Gaudi the opportunity to begin a rich professional career in which he would develop all of his artistic qualities. On top of this relationship with Güell, Gaudi received numerous projects. Many of these were transformed into reality, but some never made it onto paper. On top of his relationship with Güell, Gaudi received... I just repeated it. During his mature period, Gaudi's masterpieces followed one after another. The Bellsgar Tower, Parc Güell, the restoration of the Mallorca Cathedral, the Church of the Güell Estate, Casa Batlló, La Pedrera, and lastly, the impressive Church of the Sagrada Familia. Surprisingly, the magnificence of Antonio Gaudi's architecture coincided as a result of a personal decision by the architect. He started neglecting his personal appearance, distancing himself from social life, and devoting himself to a more religious sentiment. Gaudi died on the 10th of June 1926 after being knocked down by a tram while making his way to the Sagrada Familia. After being struck, he lost consciousness, and nobody recognized him as a famous architect. He was taken to the Santa Cruz Hospital, where he was later recognized by the priest of the Sagrada Familia. He was buried 2 days later in the cathedral itself. Most of the citizens of Barcelona came to the funeral to bid a final farewell to the most universal architect that the city had ever known. Alright, bye! I hope you enjoyed that.